As you know, the onset of 2020-21 session ushered us into an era of uncertainty. However, this couldn't stop us from continuing a fantastic session. All of this has been possible with the clear vision and able guidance of our worthy principal ma'am, Mrs. P.K. Dhillon. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of the students and teachers of humanities and vocational stream. I request ma'am principal to permit us to start today's session. Ma'am,
Good morning, Anjali ma'am. Yes, we can go ahead, please.
thank you, ma'am. Here I would like to invite Rekha Kumari to start the prayer, seeking the blessings of Lord Almighty.
Good morning, respected principal ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. O Lord, give us the grace to hear your voice and the strength to continue working for your kingdom in this time of pandemic. Do not allow us to be indifferent to those who today suffer the loss of a loved one or who suffer from the absence of work, but give us the courage to accompany and side with those who suffer violence or injustice. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Vita. So, my dear students, in order to boost our morale and offer motivation, Principal Ma'am has shown immense concern. Ma'am is amongst us today for another motivational session with us. With due respect, I invite Ma'am to our virtual podium. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am. Good morning to my beloved students, the parents, if they have joined us during the session, and to the great teachers who are present here. Children, I am missing you badly. I'm missing the school. I'm missing each one of you. The reason, you know, I haven't seen many of you. I don't know with what dreams and what stars in your eyes you might have joined the school. But some of us have not met. Some of us have met. But then, what stops us from doing well in life? What stops us from moving ahead in life? What stops us from learning? I was concerned, worried, and I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to see you and say hello to you. You know, this mother in school is sitting at home and thinking about the school and about the children, about you, my dear students. 11th class is so different from grade 10. It's very, very different. Grade 10, you know, it's all board examination, so we are a little serious, a little worried about it, and everybody's there telling us to study, do this, do that. And then actually at the end of the year, we are pretty serious. Now, grade 11, we normally take it as a school examination. And we take it for granted, you know, that it's all right, school examination, we move to the next class. And then at the top of it, if you have pandemic, all the more reasons to think that, you know, we just move on. It doesn't happen in real life. It happens in our imagination, in our thoughts. I understand pandemic time is tough time. I understand that the uncertainty of pandemic is the most difficult thing to deal. You know, you're down with fever or something, then you say, okay, this is cured in 10 days. After that, it'll be all right. But in this pandemic, we don't know whether it's going to be there for another 10 days in our country. Would it be for a month? Would it be for 2 months? Would we have another cycle of pandemic and then we say this is the third cycle and the fourth cycle and so on? We have seen in different countries there was pandemic, lots of destruction, lots of loved ones lost their lives. But then everything became all right. But soon we found that this COVID-19 once again visited those countries. It is going on. There are cycles of pandemic uh, tragedies and challenges which are happening of COVID-19. So what is the best thing to do during this time? We just cannot sit and become sulky. We just cannot sit and be crybabies. We just cannot sit and be in a low mood. Children, we need to rise up. We need to gear up. We need to take all possible precautions which are there. We need to have a mask every day whenever we move out of the house. We need to sanitize our hands. We need to wash our hands. We need to be very, very cautious and make sure that you're not close to anybody and you're keeping that physical distance. With all this in mind, children, life has to go on. We are all in this together and we're going to come out of this together. The purpose of talking to you is just my concern, my love and my affection, which I wanted to show to all of you. And I wanted to tell you that you're not alone. We are concerned, we are worried, and we want to do everything possible so that my grade 11 students of my vocational group of students and the children who have opted for the humanities group, they do very, very well. You just can't cry over spilled milk, right? They say it only makes it sour for the cat. So before it's too late, let's plan up. Let's pack our kit bags, as they call it, and be ready to work very, very hard in these 2-3 months which are left. The final examination may begin at the end of February, and may move on till March. So we just have this January with us and a little bit of this December, which is there, and some February. So in all, we have about 2 months, 2.5 months with us, not more than that. 2 months rather. Keeping this in mind, how are we planning to sit for examinations? Children, you're lucky, really very, very lucky. There are schools where they are not having this remote learning at all. And there are schools where they are just having the remote learning using WhatsApp, where some assignment is given and the children are supposed to do it. But we are so lucky. We have these great teachers in our school who are preparing their lessons so very, very well, who are making interesting lessons and trying their level best that you understand. It's all up to you, my dear boys and girls, my sons and daughters there, out there, sitting in their own homes. Children, it's all up to you. How you manage your life, how you manage your academics, it's totally rest on your shoulders. You know, we can't even give a pat physically on your back. We can't even shake hands and say, oh, that's great, well done. You know, we just can't do it. COVID times, we are in isolation in our houses. We are doing synchronous learning. Each one is in his or her own house. The teachers are there in their own houses. And even then, how beautifully we are connected. Today, connecting with 67 students is really awesome. I hope all of them are present till some time. We had about 64 or something present. I hope all are present by now. I'm not here to get annoyed, children. I'm not here to shout at all. I'm here to request. I'm here to make you understand. And I'm here even to plead. Children, you need to move to the next class. And in order to move to the next class, you need to work for it. There are no free lunches, as they call it. You have to pay for your lunch. You have to pay for your promotion. In case you want to go to 12th class, which everybody wants it and must go, we need to work hard. So today I'm here to tell you, let's get up, wake up and be ready and be on our toes to work hard for these coming 2 months so that we do extremely well in a final examination. Your promotion is totally based on your final examinations. You've taken humanities, perhaps some of you would be some IAS officers, some deputy collectors somewhere, some IPS officers into the field of administration. That's what they say humanities children take for. Some of you might have taken humanities to go into specialization. For example, the history people, children taking history would really like to be historians and write history for the generations to come. Some of you have other subjects. When I talk about the political science, maybe you can do deeper studies in political science and become a political analyst or an advisor to your politicians or whatever career you have thought of. My vocational group of children who have opted for vocational stream, I'm sure they would like to go for ICT further ahead. Maybe some applications designing, maybe some mass media, go actually into the media, some reporters somewhere, some jockeys somewhere, some news writers, sports editor, something of their choice perhaps they have gone for. And if you have gone, means all of us have gone for English language, and maybe you really want to be great poets. I really don't know what is there in your heads and hearts. What do you aspire to become in life? But everybody wants to do something for which he or she is known for. I pray your wishes, your dreams, you actually start scripting your success story when you are in grade 11. Life is never a bed of roses, and life is neither a bed of thorns. It's a combination. So kindly make sure that you work very hard so that the roses are waiting for you. Kindly make sure that you are involved and passionate in your subjects and learning which you have planned. Children, gone are the days, at least not during these COVID times, when when your parents would say, come on, start studying. When your teachers would say, please study. When everybody would say, study, 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 study. But during this pandemic time, we can just, not physically meet you and physically tell you, but now it's all about self-regulation. And self-regulation is regulating your own studies. How can you plan? How much should you study? Are you a early bird, so you get up early in the morning, say 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and start studying? Or are you a late night bird, a night owl, burning midnight oil and studying late hours? Whatever you like is okay. It depends from person to person. But without studies, nothing happens. You need to spend now at least 6 to 8 hours on your own studies. And studies also all depends how I am used to. Whether I like to go for my self-study, or I just love, preparing with a fellow friend of mine, or I love to work in groups. It's all up to you how you want to study. Very often when we were young, we'll have two of us say, I'll study this chapter and then I'll explain it to you. And you study that chapter and you explain it to me. The more we revise, the more we do well. So please understand, you can even study in pairs with your buddies, with your friends. You see what suits you most, please go for it. Sometimes we are having this physical distances, but who stops you from connecting? You can connect on Teams app itself. Physical distance, sorry, has to be maintained. Physical meeting, of course, sorry for that. But yes, we can always connect virtually. So children, plan out, study, make a plan, and please go for it. In the present scenario, skills are very important. The collaboration is very, very important. You need to collaborate with your friends, when you study in groups. You need to be a great communicator, skilled communicator, please work for it. You need to be critically thinking, please work for it. How do you work for all these things? Actually, you put them into practice in your day-to-day life. Find solutions for challenges which are there. Today, we're looking up to all scientists, to all pharmaceutical companies, to everybody around the world, to those doctors, the frontline workers, so that we can find a vaccine for COVID-19. See, these diseases like tuberculosis and even typhoid, all these were supposed to, were life-threatening diseases at one stage. But now, with the advent of finding vaccinations, things are under control. All these diseases can be cured. With that hope, let the hope be alive in you. With that hope, I'm so sure that one day we'll have a vaccination. It could be a month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever it is, but we will have the vaccinations. It's already out in UK, they say. America is also going to start in another month's time. Maybe sometimes they say it's just 2 weeks ahead they're going to start vaccinating. So vaccination in some countries has come forth. The plans are there. The vaccines are there. Normally, a vaccine, the testing and trial goes for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. But with lots of collaboration around and lots of testing and at a faster pace, some of the countries could actually find a vaccination. How does vaccination help? It breaks the chain from one person to another. If I am vaccinated, I will not be spreading this disease as such. All right. And then if COVID affects us, it will not be that severe as it is without being vaccinated. In some cases, the vaccination has to be twice, once now and after 2 weeks again, so that the total effect is there. So many things, an untraveled path, an untraversed path. We don't know what's happening around. So all this should not depress you and make you upset. One thing is for sure, we have these well-being calls, and well-being calls with your teachers is to pour your heart out. Don't carry pressures in your heads and heart. Please talk to your teachers, talk to your parents, talk to your friends, but talking is very, very important. You can even call me. You can call me give me a Teams call whenever you feel like talking to me. All right, but please don't keep things to yourself. Don't let it weigh your head and heart. Don't get upset, confused, worried. You are just like anybody else in this world. This is not limited to our school children. It's not limited to Fagwara city. It's not limited to Punjab. It's the entire country, India, where this COVID challenge is there. It's in the entire world. We take everything so lightly. Kuch nahi hota, kuch nahi hota. We keep saying it, but jahan hota hai wahan hota hai. There are people who have lost their lives because of COVID. So even if we are around, yeah, if your immunity system is very, very strong, the effect may not be that much. So please make sure, come what may, you're wearing your mask and taking necessary physical distance is kept in mind. I pray that good wisdom plays an important role in each of our heads and hearts. So now focus on studies. That's what we are supposed to study. Plan it out. We have a timetable in school to go through the day's proceeding. Morning we do this, then the second period, and then the third period, then the well-being call and the office hours and all those things. You also need to plan in the evening. What are you going to do? What are you going to do early morning? What are you going to do late evening? Please plan it out. You will not be able to move to the next class. That's not the culture of a school. We just pick you up and put you in the next class. That doesn't happen in our school. You need to clear the class to move to the next class. You need to pass in grade 11 to go to grade 12. Remember, your parents have, it's hard-earned money which they are paying for your fees. मेरा ख्याल मैंने पेरेंट्स से ज़्यादा मुखातिब नहीं हुई हूँ, उनसे बात नहीं करी है. मैं उनसे भी बात करना चाहती हूँ, जो भी पेरेंट बैठे हैं बच्चों के साथ, कि ये बच्चों की जो जिम्मेवारी है आपकी और हमारी मिल के है. बच्चे तो अनगेली कर लेते हैं, कभी नहीं भी सीरियस होते, कभी नहीं पढ़ते, जो कि नहीं होना चाहिए, मगर कभी इनका मूड भी ऑफ हो जाता है. ऐसे हर वक्त जो भी कुछ होता है, वहाँ आप घर पे इनको हौसला अफजाई दीजिए और हौसला अफजाई कीजिए इनकी. और हम अगर स्कूल में करते हैं तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है मिल के हम अपने बच्चों का हाथ पकड़ के इनको अगली क्लास में ले जाएंगे. और उनके खाने पीने का भी ध्यान रखिए, टाइम पे वो बच्चे खाना खाएं. एंड बच्चों बाहर का खाना नहीं खाना है. अभी हमने सिर्फ घर का खाना खाना है, हेल्दी खाना खाना है. हमारा जो हिंदुस्तानी फूड है, जो दाल रोटी सब्जी, ये सब जो खाना है, दूध दही, ये सब बहुत ही पौष्टिक है, बहुत ही हेल्दी है. हमें यही खाना खाना चाहिए आजकल के दिनों में, क्योंकि बॉडी में रेजिस्टेंस पैदा होनी चाहिए. हमारी बॉडी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए कि हमें कोई इन्फेक्शन ना हो. इसलिए घर का खाना बहुत अच्छा होता है और घर का खाना ही खाइए. और उसके बाद अगर हम आगे चलें, फोकस ऑन स्टडीज और सेल्फ प्लानिंग की अगर हमने बात कर ली, और हमें क्या ध्यान रखना है माय डियर चिल्ड्रन. सो डोंट टेक एनीथिंग वेरी लाइटली एंड डोंट टेक एनीथिंग वेरी सीरियसली. नोबडी गेट्स अलाइव आउट ऑफ दिस ब्यूटीफुल लाइफ. वन फाइन डे it's a different story, but please make sure that we plan and do well. So this examination which we are going to have is a competency based examination. ये rote learning नहीं है कि by heart कर ले, याद कर लांगे, आप पे लिख के आ जाएंगे, एग्जाम के बाद भूल जावांगे. No. CBSE ने पैटर्न चेंज किया है, कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड है, बहुत सारे मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. सो वो तभी आते हैं जब हम एक एक लाइन पढ़ते हैं किताब की. बीच की बातें, in between the lines, if we can understand, only then we do well. All right. So please make sure you go through the chapter, not once, twice, thrice. What I understand, in order to do well, at least 4 revisions are required. One September examination, whatever you've done, then again now December, whatever you all can do, then another examination sort of thing, so that it's structured revision. अगर एक ही फाइनल एग्जाम होता है तो वो पहली बार एक्सपीरियंस होता है 3 घंटे वाला. सो अगर वो स्ट्रक्चर्ड कर देते हैं कि एक बार फिर एग्जाम देना है, फिर देना है, तो फाइनल एग्जामिनेशन में वी कम आउट इन फ्लाइंग कलर्स, एंड दैट्स व्हाट एग्जैक्टली वी वांटेड. So it is competency based and not rote learning. Your final examinations would surely be pen paper test. ऐसे नहीं होगा कि वो जो टेस्ट होंगे वो वर्चुअल होंगे. पूरा पेन पेपर टेस्ट होगा. हम लोग क्लासेस में अगर 10 बच्चे बैठने हैं तो 10 ही बिठाएंगे, बाकी बच्चे कॉरिडोर में बैठेंगे, वरांडो में बैठेंगे, हॉल में बैठेंगे, जहाँ मर्जी हम मतलब देख के डिस्टेंस, फिजिकल डिस्टेंस का जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं, जो कि फिजिकल डिस्टेंसिंग के जो इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं उसको फॉलो करते हुए एग्ज़ाम देंगे. हो सकता है कि एक दिन हम एक ही क्लास को बुलाएं तो जो सेंट्रल ब्लॉक है उसमें नीचे से ऊपर तक हर क्लास में हमारे 8-8, 10-10 बच्चे बैठें, और इस तरह से हम कवर अप कर देंगे बच्चों को. सो प्लीज़ मेक श्योर दैट पेन पेपर टेस्ट तो होना ही है. आपकी अटेंडेंस 75% होना लाजमी है, कंपलसरी है. There are rules and regulations by the CBSE that 75% attendance होना बहुत बहुत ज़रूरी है. So please make sure that you are present regularly. छुट्टी नहीं करनी है. बच्चों, ये आपकी ज़िंदगी है, आपकी ज़िंदगी को आपने बनाना है. कभी लेट के भी और सो के भी और आराम से कभी कोई ज़िंदगी बनी है? कभी कोई कामयाबी मिली है? For success, it's hard work. For success, it's never elevators. लिफ्ट पे चढ़ के बिल्डिंग के ऊपर नहीं पहुंचते, कामयाबी पे नहीं पहुंच सकते. हमें मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, एक एक सीढ़ी कामयाबी की चढ़नी पड़ती है. Then we move up the ladder of success and then we embrace success. So please understand that we need to embrace success, and this is the way it has to be. If you have some practicals also, so theory and practicals you have to clear independently. फिर आके यूं ना कहें कि देखो मैडम थ्योरी और प्रैक्टिकल्स मिला के तो ਅਸੀਂ पास हैं. मिला के पास होने से नहीं पास होते बच्चों. CBSE के रूल्स हम लोग पूरा फॉलो करते हैं. पहली बात तो आई प्रे, ईश्वर ਨੂੰ मैं प्रार्थना कर दिया कि हर बच्चा पास हो जाए, और अगर बच्चा पास नहीं ਹੁੰਦਾ तो फिर ਅਸੀਂ उन्ना ही अफसोस करांगे जिन्ना वो बच्चा आप कर रहा होगा, लेकिन ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ अगली क्लास नहीं चढ़ा पावांगे. एंड ऑल्सो इफ यू से पास का सर्टिफिकेट दे दो मैडम, स्कूल छोड़ के चले जाएंगे, पास का सर्टिफिकेट दे दो मैडम, नहीं होता अपने स्कूल में, आज तक नहीं हुआ है, इसलिए अब भी नहीं होगा. इफ यू फील कि इवन इफ आई डोंट क्लियर द क्लास पास का सर्टिफिकेट मिले, बच्चों दैट्स नॉट हाउ वी लिव आवर लाइव्स. We live our lives on values. We live our life, and have the foundation built on hard work. So you need to work hard. This is what I am here to tell you all. I'm just here to hold your shoulder and wake you up and say, come on, you have to work hard. See, 10 minutes class teacher period is there. You must attend that period. And then all other periods you should be attending. Office hours are meant to clear your doubts. So if you have doubts, please clear them in the office hour. पूछिए, classes में ask as many questions as you want to your teachers. Ki, please clear this doubt, madam. Excuse me, may I have put up a question, please? Have all the courtesies in the world, have all the mannerism which are required in the world, because that's what is one way, when you impress upon, when you build your own image, when you can move ahead. People like people who are very courteous. People never like people who are very rowdy and rude. So let's learn this politeness in our school, in this remote learning culture. And remember to attend your optional period. Don't take it for granted. Fine arts लिया है, आपे पास कर दांगे, आपे तो कुछ भी नहीं हुंदा अपने स्कूल विच. आपे कुछ भी नहीं हुंदा. If you have to make portfolios, you have to make portfolios. All right? And that too, you have to do it. Nobody else is going to make your portfolios. And they have to be physically submitted. पहले तू दिखा दे, मैं दिखा दूं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता भाई. Let's be very clear. We are very clear and transparent in our school. We don't have any dummy admission in our school ever till date. So everything has to be real, truthful, and transparent. So understand that everything is required. Wherever you are lagging behind, please make sure you work for it and complete it. Whether it is physical education, food and nutrition, fine arts, or any other optional subject, please make sure you attend your class, attend these classes, and 75% attendance need to be must. CBSE gets annoyed, and you have to then go to the CBSE when we then you have to give a reason, medical certificate chahiye, kya chahiye, problem kya thi, really sick, or just making it up. It becomes very difficult when you have to waste 3-4 days going to the CBSE office to get an approval. All right. And then coming to this thing is, I think we have already talked about that we have to eat well, right, and we have to take precautions. All these things are very important. And then if I talk about other points, then, the screen time needs to be taken care of. Since you have to study using your classes you need to attend, try to cut it down for other reasons. If your eyes feel lots of strain and lots of light coming to your eyes, make sure you keep washing your eyes. You don't have to push water like this. You have to take water in your palm and open your eyes in your palm in that particular water, but keep washing your eyes. If your eyes become dry, it will be difficult. So if you're healthy, fit and fine, you'll be able to study for 8 to 10 hours every day. But if you're not fit and fine, your eyes are paining, your body is aching, and you don't do your regular physical exercises, it'll be tough to perform well. So when I talk about regular physical exercise, please, if nothing is available, do some skipping at a place. Do some jogging at a place. At least go walk around in your house from one corner of the house to the other corner of the house. Please go to the rooftop and then walk over there, provided there are parapet walls. You are grown up, you understand everything. I'm concerned about your safety and security. But I do go to my terrace and walk every day. And I feel when the sun comes, it's so much of healing you feel. You don't have to put a mask when you're going to your own rooftop. You walk fast, you walk slow, you breathe, you inhale lots of oxygen which is required. That oxygen which we took it for granted, it's so important nowadays for our body, in the sense they say oxygen kam ho jati hai body mein, and moreover winters, so we keep our doors and windows closed. So dhyan rahe ki we breathe in pure fresh air, and that is available on the rooftop. Help your parents a lot. They are worried. They have pressures of taking care of the family finances also. Help your mother, help your father a lot, and show your gratitude to them. बोलिए thank you, आप बहुत काम करते हैं हमारे लिए. Thank your teachers, ma'am, you're working hard to prepare lessons for us. Thank everybody around you, because that's the way we have to live in the days to come. Children, in the end, I would like to pray to Lord Almighty that good wisdom prevails in the heads and hearts of all my students. May they see the difference between the good and bad. May they understand how to work hard. May they understand what life presently is and how they visualize it in the days to come. May they really work hard and do well in the coming examinations. May they be wonderful human beings. They need to be on the top of the world, and being on the top of the world is only possible if we work hard. So with this, I wish you all good luck, all happiness, all strength, everything which is required to do well in life. In life, as students, it's your examination, the first thing that you have to do. So God bless you. With this, I come to the end of my talks, but I'm definitely open to questions. You can spontaneously ask me. If some of you are designated for questions, fine. But if somebody who has not volunteered would like to ask a question, welcome. Everybody is welcome who have planned out and not planned out. I'm thankful for this meeting. I feel happy and satisfied when I connect with all of you. It's the concern which makes me connect with you all. Yes, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was truly an enlightening session, ma'am. We have seen you working hard round the clock to make our virtual teaching a success. No amount of words can match your efforts, ma'am. We are highly thankful to you, ma'am. Yes, beta, as ma'am have said that you are open. This podium is open to you all for some questions. And ma'am, some students they really want to share their remote learning experiences with you. So
Okay,
I would
you're right.
like to invite. So I would like to invite Damanpreet from Vocational.
Hello everyone, good morning everyone. I am Damanpreet Kaur from Plus One Vocational. So 2020, a roller coaster ride for mental, physical, and financial stage. This year created a history in everyone's life, no matter good, bad. My experience in this online school, at first it was hard to understand what is going on. It took a while to get used to it, but we got a different vision of education and new opportunities, that how it feels to participate in worldwide activities by an invisible connection while just sitting at a couch comfortably, relaxingly. Definitely learned countless and unique things in this year. I hated computer field. I can never imagine I will end up in vocational. Mass media and media, these subjects pressure our mind to think hard and wide out of our imagination. I'm in love with food nutrition, even though I took it as a subject this year. But me and my dad both are in this field from last 5 years. Moreover, this year was amazing. I was spending these years with my family, but I lived this year with them. I
Oh,
never knew that this side of supportive and humorous side of my family ever existed. I love this year. This year was a mentally healing year for me. At the end, whatever God does, it's for our benefit. Thank you. Stay safe.
that's lovely. Yeah, what a wonderful share. Yes, all of us are living with our families now. We never knew them so well as we have now known them. So God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing, Damanpreet. May you do very, very well. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, now I would like to invite Miss Harleen from Humanities.
A very good morning to our worthy principal ma'am, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. I am Harleen Kaur from Plus One Humanities, and now I am going to share my remote learning experience with all of you. I have joined Kamla Nehru Public School this year, and I was so excited for my new school. But when I heard that schools will remain closed, I was so worried whether I would be able to perform well this year or not. Even I was very nervous because I was new in the school. But with the guidance and support of our respected principal ma'am and teachers, truly it became a great experience. All the teachers have done a remarkable job in this tough time. Our teachers taught us how to use IT tools to learn effectively and how to deal with this pandemic. The idea of virtual office hours is really helpful. It enables us to clear all our doubts as we used to do in our regular classes. The well-being calls are amazing. Sharing our day's experience with the teacher and interacting with the classmates is really exciting. Our school has provided many opportunities like celebration of SDG week, writing kindness stories and many more. This remote learning has polished my IT skills too. I have learned many new things and used many new applications like Wakelet, Adobe, and Kahoot. The way my school has conducted our first term assessment is really appreciable. They use different tools to conduct these assessments. Firstly, my teachers taught us how to use these tools so that we should not face any difficulty. I really appreciate the efforts of my wonderful teachers and thank you, respected principal ma'am, for guiding and supporting us. Overall, it was a great experience and a big thanks from my side to all of you. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am, you are on mute, please.
Yeah. See the challenges of remote learning. There was somebody on the road who was selling something. So I thought all of you would like to buy that. The ready wala was going. So I put myself on mute. Challenges and experiences and everything. So anyway, thank you so much, Harleen, for sharing your wonderful story. God bless you. May you do extremely well in life. And yes, gratitude is important. We should be thankful to our teachers who are putting in so many hours to prepare the lessons so that you may learn comfortably. God bless you, dear.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now I would like to invite Nandini from vocational stream. Yes, Nandini.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Nandini from Plus One Vocational. I want to share my experience about my remote learning journey. I had a pretty interesting journey. In the beginning, I used to think that this is gonna be hard, learning while sitting at home. But the way our teachers teach us, it actually is pretty understandable. I didn't have much confidence in myself, but I got opportunities, got chances to participate in the competitions, online competitions indeed, like rap song competitions and live poem recitation. It helped me build more confidence. The classes are also going really well. The well-being calls are so fun. We played games, sang songs, and I really like the concept of our online classes. Microsoft Teams app is really easy to use. I'm glad that I'm having this experience and I'm part of this journey. Thank you, our worthy principal ma'am, for taking these initiatives. Thank you so much.
God bless you, Nandini. Yes, Microsoft Teams is a blessing for all of us. Without this, learning would not have been so smooth and so comfortable. God bless you. Make sure you work very, very hard. Do very well in your finals. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I would like to call Miss Sapna from Humanities to share her views.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Sapna Bangad of Class Plus One Humanities. I am going to share my online class experience with all of you. My online classes are marvelous. I got many opportunities which are lifelong experience for me. Our teachers are great inspiration for us. Only because of them, we are able to do online classes. In class, we learn new things digitally, and in virtual hours, we clear our doubts. We got many opportunities like essay writing competitions, poster making, and Adobe challenges. We appear for the assessment digitally, like in Kahoot, MS Forms, and we submitted our work by making presentations in Adobe Spark Videos, and Wakelet with our creative ideas. The biggest opportunity I got is to appear in Microsoft Video Shoot. Shooting was done at my home. I was so excited. My parents were very happy. My neighbors were asking what is happening and I was replying happily that shooting is going on. It was proud moment for me and my family. Thank you very much ma'am for being such an impactful leader and motivating us to strive for success daily. Your input during remote learning program has really brought us more together. You are a principal whose legacy will be remembered fondly.
Thank you, Sapna. You've taken us down the memory lane when you talk about the shoot. Yes, it's an important event in the journey of our school. Let's see when that small little film is released. We are waiting eagerly for that. And yes, my dear, uh, you need to work very hard. You have to do very, very well. There's just one desire this woman has, this principal of yours has, this mother in school has, and that desire is all of you should be successful in life. You have to come out in flying colors. And when you look back, you should not be saying that the school did not give you all possible experience. That's the reason we try to have all possible experience for each one of you. God bless you. Keep on participating in various activities which are there and keep on focusing on your academic skills too. God bless you and thank you so much, Sapna.
Yes, my dear students, those who want to ask questions from ma'am, please raise your hands better so that I call you one by one. so that you can ask the questions from Principal Ma'am. Okay, I can see Kurjeet. Yes, Kurjeet, go ahead, beta. Please ask the question. I can see many hands raised. So yes, one by one, beta, I'll call your names. So yes, Kurjeet.
A very good morning to ma'am. A
Good
very
morning.
good morning to our worthy principal ma'am. My question is, in offline classes, we don't have any gadget around us, so we can concentrate properly. But in online classes, we have a lot of distractions. So I want you to suggest us some ways how we can concentrate properly.
Guljeet, a fantastic question, a wonderful question. A real life problem and a real life situation which you have said. Yes, in online question, we need to use these gadgets. And that's where self-regulation comes in. You have to tell yourself that I have to do well in academics, and now I'm not going to do some WhatsApp and not going to go for some Facebook and not going to go for some Instagram. Now it's total learning. And then you have to fix up your time for socializing online. You have to say, in a day, I'll go for half an hour. Plan it out like that. Okay, it's important, the very online, which is helping you to understand and attend the class virtually, online experience of social media experiences might be disturbing and distracting for you. But then you are a grown-up child. You have crossed your 16. All right. And now you're in 11th class and we talk about self-regulation. Yet let you be responsible for your success and you be responsible for your performance. And let your performance be very good and let your success be, top class and you embrace success. For that, be responsible, think over it and then plan. No suggestions can help you to do away with the gadgets because those are the gadgets which you require to go for online. That's the online learning. So be wise. Use the same knife can cut a hand, but the same knife cuts vegetables and fruits, and we have it so nicely and comfortably. So how you use the knife is what becomes important. So how you use your gadget is what becomes important. All right. So take wise decisions, plan out, and be a strong individual who fixes up his timetable and plans well. God bless you. Avoid some gadgets, darling, for your social media. Thank you, Guljeet.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, Kanan. Yes, go ahead with your question, beta.
Good morning, worthy principal, ma'am, teachers, and my dear friends. I come from Plus One Humanities. May I ask one question, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead.
Ma'am, how to stay motivated whenever we feel down?
Yeah. So this is again a great question, and this definitely need an answer. First and foremost, take this hand of yours, take it to the back and pat yourself off and on and say, I am going to do well in my life. I am going to perform very well. And the outside world cannot demoralize me. The outside world cannot put my mood off. Self-motivation is very important. Positive assertions are very important. When you tell your brain again and again the same positive thing. मुझसे नहीं होगा is a negative thing. But when you say, मैं करके देखूंगी, मैं करके दिखाऊंगी, that is positive assertions. I can definitely do it. Write these small little positive assertions, put it on the wall or under your table glass or on the door or anywhere in the room where you sit and study. Write down the quotes of known poets, leaders, thinkers on the walls and on the doors and on your almirah so that it keeps motivating you. Fix up your goals and work for the goals. The first step is this, the second step is this, the third step is this. This is what I'm going to do. And everybody in this world has no time to motivate everybody else. So let yourself be the motivator because one fine day, you might be caught in a situation when nobody is around, your parents are not there, your teachers are not there, your friends are not there. That day, you need to motivate yourself. All right. So every time we fall down, we bounce higher. So we haven't fallen down. We are still going to bounce very high. So be self motivating and write some positive quotes around you so that you can do very well. God bless you, Kanan. Thank you so much for
Thank
putting
you.
this question. God bless.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am, for answering. So now I would like to call Kinchel. Yes, Kinjal, you can ask your question from ma'am, please. So I think there may be some connectivity issue or else. So I would like to call the next student, please, Mahakdeep.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am.
Good morning,
Ma'am,
son.
I have to ask that as a student, which subject used to be your favorite?
I love to play. Yes, academics I did very well, but I just love to play. I would be in the physical playground. That was one thing which I really loved. And then I loved physics. I'm postgraduate in physics and fourth in the university and topper in my college when it came to physics. So I just love physics a lot. That was my favorite subject when I was young, and so I opted for my graduation and post graduation too. All right. Uh, my physics teacher was very good. It actually happens. The teacher whom you start liking, you start studying the chapter more, you start understanding the chapter more. So I think that's what happened for me also. God bless you. Do well, Mehakdeep. I wish you success in your life.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now I can see that Manthan has raised the hand. Yes, you can ask your question, beta. Manthan.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
Ma'am, I'm Mansan from Plus One Vacation. Ma'am, my question is, how would you describe your leadership style?
Yeah, actually, leadership style is you have to tell me what my style is. But what I understand is if you want to do well to your team, right? Whosoever you are expected to lead, you have to be number one. You have to be part of the team. Gone are the days when leader could be standing on a hilltop and start shouting and abusing and saying this has to be done and be a little maybe a little pushing. But now leadership has changed. People have become wiser. They expect the leaders to be empathetic, to be understanding. They do not expect the leaders to be rude and loud. And if you really want to go far, you need to take your team along with you. And that is understanding. But if you have to walk fast, you go alone. And if you're going alone, you're not leading a team. All right? So my leadership style is a combination of being firm at times and being very empathetic all the time. That's what I believe in. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah, I would like to say something, ma'am. You are the best leader I can say, as you want your team to do well, and that's a real leadership quality. I remember a quote here. Leadership is not about doing well, but bringing, not doing your best. I think this is like this, but bringing best in the team. So,
Yes.
yes, ma'am, you are a leader in the true sense, I can say.
And thanks to Lord and thanks to great teachers like you who is motivating me as a person. Leaders isolated people, they all alone at the top, right? So they need some people like you who can say, oh, it's all right, you're doing a good job. So thank you, Anjali, for all those kind words of yours. Thank you.
Thank you to you, ma'am. Okay, now I
Let's
can call Neeraj. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can go ahead. We have got another 4 hands. Neeraj, you said.
Yes, Neeraj.
Good morning,
You
ma'am.
can ask your question.
Good morning, dear Neeraj.
Ma'am, I want to know that what are your major strengths as a principal?
Yeah, my major strength is that I love the school very much. I'm passionate about my students, my teachers. Just want each one of them to do very well. I love them a lot and I love them too much. I think that is my strength and want to do everything possible for this team of students, teachers, and of course the parents who are involved. I want to do everything. Whatever God can make me do, I want to do everything possible for the students and the staff of Kamla Nehru Public School. Just want to do everything. I just pray to God to give me ample strength, continue working and take everybody along to the path of success. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, now I invite Sadhvi Gupta to ask a question, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Sadhvi.
Ma'am, my question is, as a student, what type of games you used to play?
As a
As a student, what
student.
types of games you used to play?
Oh, I just love to play all possible games in school times. I was studying in a convent school and it was a girls' convent. And so, like tomboys, we wanted to play games which boys would play, which were a little rough, tough. For example, I don't know if we do have that game now or not, but we would play Hulka Dagad. I don't know whether you know it or not. But we would take a ball and we'd have two teams and we're supposed to hit the team members can pass the ball to each other. And we have to hit with the ball the member of the other team. And whosoever is hit is out. And the nuns of the convent school in Bhopal, they would say, be ladylike. Why are you playing such games? But we just love that games. So that was the local game in convent. Then we played lots of rounders. We call it baseball in different countries. So we just loved playing rounders. And of course, in grade ninth, I was playing hockey and played hockey nationals also. So these were the games.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear.
So yes, now, uh, yes, beta Samandeep, you can ask your question.
Yes, Samandeep.
Bache, we cannot hear you. Your voice is not clear, beta. You have to unmute.
Yeah, Samandeep needs to unmute.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Samandeep.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. You really had to wait for a long time to get your turn and you were so patient. See, remote learning has taught to be patient and you were one of those first student who raised the hand, one amongst the firsts. Yes, go ahead please with your question.
Ma'am, my question is, as we know this year is so tough for our mental health, so I want to ask that how can we stay positive in this global pandemic?
How we're meant to be positive only. We live in this world to do good things, better things. We do it with our heart and we put our passion in it. How can we be demoralized? So, as students, keep helping at home, keep yourself busy, keep studying, attend your classes, talk to your friends, be very, very active. And then keep thanking God we are alive and safe and fit. All right? The positivity comes from inside. All right. And again, the positive assertions, I am going to take care of myself. I'm going to be fit and fine. I'm going to do very good things in this grade 11. Then what happens if it is pandemic? Everywhere there is pandemic. It's not only for me, it's for my entire class, my entire school, my entire city. So how does it affect me? We are all in this together and we come out of it together. So put this in your head. You're not being discriminated by having COVID. Everybody has COVID. And so put it in your head and heart. I need to do well in life, and this is the way I'm going to do well in life. And then you should have your friends with whom you confide. आज थोड़ा low लग रहा है. आज बात करने को दिल नहीं कर रहा. Talk to them. It's important. Talk to your teacher in the well-being class. And you can always call the principal. Teams call. You can call me whenever you want, please. You can ask my number from your teachers. Talk to your first is your teachers are going to sort it out. Your coordinators will sort it out. But you can always talk to me also. I have just one job in this world now, and that is to cheer up my students and to cheer up my teachers and make them feel wonderful and great. They are actually too good. They need to do very well in life. And that's what, Samandeep, I want you to do well. All right? Have the energy in you come up. Let spurts of energy be there. Cheer up. Look at the mirror and say, yes, I am Samandeep and I am going to do well in life. Talk to your mirror image and tell that mirror image about positive assertions. Today is a big, great day. I'm going to be happy today. Talk early in the morning and I'm sure the entire day would be a happy day. Thank you, Samandeep.
Yes.
You,
Now I invite Miss Supreet. Yes, beta, you can ask your question.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
Okay. Ma'am, can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead, Supreet.
Okay. Ma'am, my question is, please give us some tips to score good marks in exams.
Now, the tip number 1, work very hard. That's the most important tip. Number 2, revise as many times as you can. Number 3, the way you present your answer should be very good. Don't make a gacha macha and write small letters and then something here, cut here. And do not cut anything in your paper. You will not cut when your thoughts are very clear, concepts are very clear. All right, your paper presentation should be just, the teacher feels like giving you marks. It should not be क्या गाचा माचा बना यहाँ भी आधा नंबर काटो इधर भी काटो ये तो दिखता नहीं है तो पढ़ नहीं पाते. Your presentation of your answer sheet has to be very good. All right, so hard work, plenty of revision, presentation of your answer sheet, everything builds up to perform well. So all the best, do very well. God bless you. Lots of revision, n number of times. You're going to do well. I'm so sure about it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So yes, I can see that Kinjal has raised her hand again. So yes, beta. You can ask your question, beta.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am. I haven't met you many times, but in my opinion, you are the epitome of leadership. Any institution that has a leader like you will always grow and achieve greater heights. I want to ask you that what motivated you to become a principal, and also please share some of your beautiful memories being a principal.
Aha. Kinjal, I was always attached to children as such. When I was a young girl, school times, I would have all the children of my colony and I would teach them. And then people, my neighbors felt that, I just love children and I would teach them just for the sake of that they may do well. I remember there was one child in 10th class and that time I was in college and I made him change his handwriting, which is such a big task. I would say I remember Mahatma Gandhi's quote, which says, Mahatma Gandhi's handwriting was never good. So he would say that my handwriting is as if the ant is kidiyan. They have gone into the ink pot and they are crawling on the paper. So you just can't read, right? So I would tell him the same thing. This is what Mahatma Gandhi said, you better improve yourself. And he actually improved his handwriting and I feel very happy and satisfied because of that. I would take all children of my colony for a picnic when I was doing my MSc Physics, and everybody trusted. Known as Pammi at that time. Pammi Didi ja rahi hai, sab ja sakte hain. I would have a friend or two, and we'll go for picnics. You've taken me down the memory lane. In school, I was the head girl. In college, I was the students. I was the president of the Students' Union. And that leadership skills and love for children ultimately made me go into academics. And teaching is my passion. I've never been forced to get into this profession. I loved it, so I came. And once you're in a profession, you always aim to be on the top of that ladder of the profession. So if you are a teacher, ultimately one fine day, you would always would like to be the head of the institution, because when you are the head of the institution, you can do everything possible to make the children, all your dreams and desires for your children can be realized if you're the head of the institution. And perhaps that aim to put your thoughts into practice made me be the principal. That's it. You have to, whatever profession you choose, children, one day you should be on the top of the ladder is what you have to understand. Okay, God bless you, Kinjal. I hope and pray we meet. The moment we are in school, please come to my office and say hello to me. I would love to meet Kinjal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I meet you again in school.
Okay, all right, we'll meet.
Thank you, ma'am. Your motivation and blessings would enable us and the students to continue working hard, ma'am. And I can say if time is money, then you have spent millions on us today, ma'am. So once again, I thank you from all the teaching fraternity and the students of KNPS. I can say KNPS family. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us today.
Thank you. God bless. And bye-bye, my lovely students. Do well in life. You're made to do well. That's it. Nothing less, nothing more. Fly high. You're supposed to fly. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.